Well, I guess you'd call this part one of working on this Enfield. Actually, what I've done is, after I cleaned it off with the stock with Murphy's oil soap, I went and used 4/0 steel wool to get some more of the dirt off of it. Always a good idea, and also on the metal parts. So I've cleaned that up pretty much. And then after that, I used regular dishwasher soap, and I cleaned the wood with that also, and that basically gets in to the stock. And so that was okay. That sort of left it kind of like dull, but it pretty much cleaned it. And then I went over the whole thing with Renaissance wax. And Renaissance wax you can use on metal parts and also the stock. They use it in museums and stuff like that for like armor and other things. So it's pretty good stuff. I've used it before. I always keep some on hand. And so right now also I just put on the spike bayonet. These things just lock in place, they snap in place. You notice that is a really real spike. So if you had the misfortune of getting stabbed with one of these, definitely would not be a good thing. But as it is now, it's a little dark, but all the dirt's off of it now. In fact, the Renaissance wax, when I was going over with that, I actually got even more dirt off of it. So, but I'm pretty sure it's about as clean as it's going to get. And but if you look, I'll have to re-blue the magazine because it is basically almost totally bare on both sides. The front and the bands are not bad at all, and even the back here, it's fine. It may take a little bit of touch up here and there, but other than that, it's in pretty nice shape. And I did find out that on the side of this, it says where it was manufactured, and it was manufactured by the Long Branch Company in Ontario, Canada in 1943. So at a time when the British were working on their last ditch rifles because they had run out of the wood stocks, actually, is what the problem was. And they had to switch to a different type of wood so they can continue manufacturing. They had the steel, but they didn't have the wood. So it made it kind of rough when you don't have wood for a stock. So they had to go ahead and use other materials, like I think it was birch and something else. But anyway, this one was not a last ditch one because it was not made in England. It was made in Canada for the war. And these, apparently what happened with these, with the ones from Canada, these were sent to Canada back in the 50s. That's how it ended up in Ethiopia. But as you can see, it's pretty nice in the way it is. It doesn't have any real big heavy gouges or scratches or anything like that on it. I went through it I cleaned it with cleaning patches. Went through and did the bore. They started out looking like this, and then the last one ended up like that. So it's pretty clean. The bore, it's partially shot out. It was apparently it was a well-used rifle, but everything works fine now. Oh, gotta take that, push the safety off. But yeah, right there. This little part right here. That's what's the problem is. You got to get it lined up, and that it's got to be in the groove right there. So for the same routine, you can get it out that way too. You have to line it up so it's straight up and down, and then you have to put it back in same way. Well, anyway, can't do this one-handed. That's the problem. But yeah, so it pretty much worked out pretty well. I'm just going to have to go ahead and clean it up, touch it up here and there, but I don't think it's really too bad a shape. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you on this thing today. And Chubby is down here. You can't see him. He's standing up. Now I think he wants to go outside. But anyway, that's what we're up to. And talk to you guys later. I forgot one more thing. Yes, this is an add-on. Actually, you can't get it to fire when you have this, like that way. That's your safety. Safety is now off, and you can see this is ready to fire right there. I wasn't recycling the bolt because it was, this plastic piece was in the way, but it's smooth as anything really, so not a problem at all. So yeah, anyway, that's what we're looking at, and pretty much, like I said, everything functions the way it's supposed to, and so that'll be it. That was just a little add-on. Bye for now.